on another edition of Coach's Corner. Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Azadian. Of course, behind the controls, the bearded one, Ryan Garazunas. Ryan, how are you today?
Doing pretty good, Mike. How you doing today, man?
Good to see you. Good to see you. And back after. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were gonna say? Okay, good. And back from assignment, Mr. John Parada. How was things on your assignment last week? Good?
Very good.
Very good as always?
Yeah.
You look
I missed
good.
you, though.
You look good.
I missed you.
Yeah, I know you did.
I mean, so it made it a little difficult to be without you.
I gotta say, we had a really, really good show without you. And
that's
that contract we negotiated,
that
took a hit after last week, is what I'll say.
Do I have to pay them now to be
It might be.
Okay.
Might be. But tonight is an Ellwood City night. The Ellwood City Wolverines football. And this is the third time in probably a year now that we've had Ellwood City on for football twice now and for basketball once. And the coach of basketball and football at Ellwood City, it's Dan Bradley. Dan joins us today. Hello, Mr. Bradley. How are you?
Hello, guys. Good. How's everybody?
You got your Wolverines gear on. I like it.
Yep, straight from practice.
That's it, straight from practice. Today. The kids are out in the hall. I see them running maneuvers up there. You got them running drills out there in the hall or something. I don't know what they're doing.
Low OT.
And I think they're just kind of like doing some walkthrough action. So, Coach, a great year so far. You told me on the phone last night you've got a lot of seniors, obviously, and they're all playing ball well. And I think everybody knows from seeing what Beaver Falls is doing this year, from seeing what Hopewell and New Brighton and some other schools are doing, you got to have that talent that's older, because at 17, 18 years old, playing against 14, 15-year-olds, that makes a big difference. And when you have a lot of seniors contributing, that's a big reason your team's playing well.
No, absolutely. And that's kind of where we weren't the past 2 years. 2 years ago, my first year, I think we had 4 seniors and 4 juniors. So a lot of these guys have been playing 3 years, and it's taken this time, this 3 years to get a full class of seniors and some juniors contributing, and it's really paid off for us in a good way.
And that's the thing. It's you have to have talent to be a true championship team, and you've had a championship team. You've got to have talent, but you've got to have veterans. You've got to have leaders. You've got to have big kids. You've got to have it online. You have to have a lot of things go right, but a lot of people don't realize, and this is in every level of sports, injuries take place, obviously, but you have to have talent. And talk to us about some of the talented kids you have on your team that are your leaders.
We're really blessed with a lot of versatile guys, talented guys. Our offensive line, we have 4 seniors that start and a junior, and they're all 3-year starters. That's from left to right, Maddox Singer, who's a team captain. He's here tonight. Mm-hmm. Left guard, Evan Twiddell. He's here tonight, team captain. Logan McClymon's our center. Shane Lutz, our right guard, and Tristan Reynolds, our right tackle. Again, they're all 3-year starters. We've been pretty good at running the ball. We have good cohesion up front, and just them playing together has helped them, pass pro, and just a lot of good experience, winning and getting better every year.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about winning. I know sometimes, you came into a situation where they hadn't won in a couple of years. How long does it take, do you think, for kids to learn how to win again? I mean, I know I looked this year, your first 3 games were all one-score games, and you won all 3 of them against good competition. At what point do you see that where your kids started to hey, we can win these type of games now?
Yeah, I'd like to say maybe sometime last year it kicked into effect. We weren't consistent with it, but I think the guys truly believe in themselves and not only believe they can win, but expect that they will win. And we've been fortunate enough this far in the season where we've been on top every week.
Yeah. How satisfying is that as a coach, or gratifying maybe is a better word, when you work with the kids and you see them get better and better and incrementally get better, and then get to that point where they step on the field and think we can beat anybody?
Yeah, it's very rewarding. Our practices, we have good practices, and I enjoy practices. Our practices are upbeat, competitive, and just seeing them, enjoy seeing them get better every day, and kind of connect the dots on what we're trying to do, and seeing the big picture is very gratifying, and it's headed that way.
Coach, let me ask you, Double A, I mean, every 2 years things change. And, there's schools that float between sometimes 3A and 4A or 4A and 5A. And you'll have some teams drop to 1A, but 2A has 22 teams, 3 sections. And in my mind, when you look at this, there really isn't it's a little different than before. Steel Valley used to dominate and nobody had a chance. Now, yourself and a handful of others could be considered as teams that not only to be looked at, but teams that look like they could go a long way in the playoffs. How do you get, I know as a coach, you've been doing this a while, you got to temper expectations, but how do you get the kids at 5-0 to realize that you're just 5-0? There's no guarantee in your next games, and there's no guarantee in the playoffs, even though it looks like you're going to be in the playoffs for sure. There's no guarantee once you get there. Teams flame out every year. How do you get these kids to focus and realize that it might not happen if you don't pay attention?
We try to take it on a week-by-week basis like most teams do. Not taking anything away from New Brighton last week. We were up 7-0 at halftime, and we squandered some opportunities. I think maybe that was a little bit of a wake-up call. I think we came out in the second half and really executed well on both sides, and ended up getting out like 33-0. But it's not easy. Everybody's talking about since '86 or '97, and
when's the first time you were 5-0?
All that kinds of stuff. So they're hearing it from a lot of directions, but we try to keep them humble and stay focused and locked in and enjoy the moment. But you got to seize the moment.
So in the section in the MAC, again, every couple of years it changes. This year you've got Union up from single A. You've got Western Beaver up from single A. New Brighton has improved from what they were the last handful of years. You've got Freedom, Mohawk, and Beaver Falls, which lost a ton of seniors. So some years you've got all the seniors. Other years teams lose it. So you have to play with what you have, and you play the schedule you have. But still, in the MAC, you're going to have tough games all the time. And you just mentioned New Brighton. Let's talk about Western Beaver coming up this week. They were a team a lot of people thought that picked for this to win the section, even over yourselves. Was that kind of something that some of the kids thought? Wait a minute, why aren't more people picking us when the year started?
No, I don't think that matters. I think they're a good team. They had more success than we did last year. Mohawk lost a bunch of talented seniors last year, but they're still very good. So I think with us still having to play Western and Mohawk and Western having to play each other, there's still a lot of things to be decided. Next couple of weeks may form a better picture, but that doesn't bother us what other people say.
Before I get to John's next question, Western, you're playing them Saturday. It looks like, at least for now, that the winner of that has the inside track to, obviously be the number one team in the section, but the inside track to the section championship and one of the top 2 or 3 seeds in 2A. Does that weigh on your mind at all, or you just kind of try to put that out of your mind when you're talking to the kids?
Just go play and go win. Go play the best that we can. Give ourselves the best chance to win. Don't turn the ball over. Reduce the penalties and field position, all that type of stuff, and just worry about what we can control.
Go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, being that I've been on the sidelines, I know how it is. I know how parents and people were chirping, and everybody has their say. And this happens in every town. And when you're winning, everybody starts that talk, like you mentioned it. Again, the kids hear it. They hear it from their parents. They hear it from their friends. I know as coaches, you guys try to tune it out as much as you can. But I've seen that turn teams, especially kids, 1,000 times. Do you ever see the kids not focused, and what do you do when you see them not focused?
No, like I said, we've had practices for almost 3 years now, and most of our practices are very, very productive. The kids are locked in and ready to go.
Okay. So the coaching staff and yourself keep them straight and narrow. Okay, good. John?
Speaking, you said about practices being competitive and how much you enjoy it. It can be a long season and can kind of get drudgery, especially you're midway through, a little bit more than midway through. Do you do anything just to liven things up and just change things up now and again, just to have a little fun, or how do you work that?
No, I think I like to think our practices are fun, but I'm big on repetition, routine. Kids know what to expect, what time we start.
Yeah.
Not just through the season, but in summertime.
Yeah.
I'm pretty regimented, consistent in everything, but it can wear on you. It can be a long season.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about your defense, and I know your defense has played well all year, but it seems like you've kicked it up another notch here in the last couple of weeks. You only gave up 3 points against Freedom, and you shut out New Brighton last Friday night. Just how well is your defense playing right now?
Playing well. Caden Dacio, another senior linebacker, is here tonight, team captain. Luciano Gagrick as our middle linebacker, fullback, team captain, and our outside linebacker on the other side is Declan O'Brien, a junior, with our guys up front, P.J. Dubois, he's a big boy, Evan Twiddell and Drake Davis. We're really putting good pressure on the quarterback, getting there sometimes without blitzing. And probably the biggest improvement we've made has been in the secondary. We're challenging passes, we're intercepting the ball, we're making plays on the football instead of either letting them catch it and then tackle them, or letting them catch it and letting them score like previous years. Not letting them, but you know what I mean. Just very improved back there.
I guess you have to feel good. Obviously, this is a big challenge. Western Beavers got a good offense. Javen Peel would set the WPIAL freshman passing record last year. I guess, you guys played them tough last year, and I know you lost by like 3 touchdowns in the end, but you were right there with them for 3 quarters. How big a challenge is it to go up against him, and how much better do you feel this year with as well as your defense is playing?
Well, we're playing better. We're definitely playing better. It'll be a good challenge this week. They spread you out and get the ball out to their guys in space, so we've got to be able to get some pressure and tackle the football and when it's out on a perimeter. Again, great challenge. That's why you coach these games. You want to play the 1-2 games and enjoy that moment. Should be a rowdy crowd. It's homecoming for them. We travel well, so should be a good day.
Couple more questions for Coach Dan Bradley. We've got 6 Ellwood City athletes, 6 seniors, 6 captains. So we're going to have 3 segments with the kids. So, Coach, we going to have to cut you a segment. That's just the way it is.
Fine with me.
But a couple more questions. Let's talk about Chris Smiley a little bit. Last year, the starting quarterback was, I think, starter most of the year in basketball, I believe. Team that made a nice long run in the WPL basketball playoffs. Seems to be, real friendly kid, kind of quiet, but seems to be well respected by his teammates. Talk about his improvement from last year to this year and how much that means to have a year under your belt, and now as a senior being a team leader and a quarterback.
Yeah, just being probably the biggest area he's improved in is decision making. When to escape the pocket, when to tuck it and either make a play with his legs, or to throw it away, or even just take a sack sometimes. Right. Really doing a good job of valuing the football and getting us in manageable third downs and converting some big plays with his legs. So that's the biggest area. His leadership is on the field.
Right.
Like I say, he's not too quiet, kind of goofy, kind of funny, but well respected amongst his teammates. Yes.
Couple last quick ones. What is the one thing you think your team does the best?
Run the football.
Okay. What's the one thing you think your team could do better?
Punt and kickoff.
There you go. That's Dan Bradley, Ellwood City Wolverines head football coach and basketball coach, and likely we'll have him on in the spring. We'll see. It depends on how nice you are to me. I'm just kidding. Back in a minute with some of the Ellwood City young men, the football players here at Ellwood City on the Coach's Corner on Beaver County Radio.
Oh my goodness, Amy, it's so good to see you.
Jennifer, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Is your mom doing any better?
Thank you for asking. I don't know if I can answer without being emotional. I'm sorry. I'm just tired and worried. I can't always be there for her, and it's so stressful.
I really understand. That's how I was with my dad. I'd recommend calling St. Barnabas. We did. We started with just having them come in for home care. He was so excited to see them show up. And when he needed more, we were able to move him in at Beaver Meadows, where he still has his own home-like space and excellent care.
Thanks for telling me that. I don't even know how to start, but I have to do something.
Oh, you can just give St. Barnabas a call. They have directors that can explain how it all works. Trust me, you'll feel so much better, and so will your mom.
I'm so glad I ran into you.
Visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-443-0700 for care apart from the ordinary.
This is Mitch Carver from Carver Construction. Playing a great football game takes teamwork, great leaders, and great individuals. As a former high school football coach myself, I know what it takes to win. I apply these same qualities to Carver Construction in New Brighton. Satisfying customers isn't anything new at Carver. We've been doing it since 1982 for both residential and commercial renovations. I'm behind every job we do, so I can guarantee you that every time you deal with us, you win. Call us or visit us at our website at carverconstructionpa.com.
I'm Daniel Frank, and I'm a Beaver Bobcat. That's because we are training for a long and a very profitable postseason once high school is over at the Beaver County and Technology Center.
If you're an employer, what do you look for in a prospective new hire? A proven track record is usually the number one trait. For 46 years now, the Beaver County Career and Technology Center has been creating the workforce that has shaped Western Pennsylvania industry and service sector enterprises. It's the program with proven experience that employers know they can count on when they need to fill their workforce. Enroll your child or grandchild at the known quantity among educators and business leaders alike for 4 decades. The Beaver County Career and Technology Center. Signing up through your local public school is easy and can give your student the ability, in many cases, to make more money in certain fields than college graduates. Free career training at Beaver County Career and Technology Center is the perfect choice. Visit bcctc.org.
This is Andy Toole, men's basketball coach at Robert Morris University, here to talk about my friends at Falcone Moon Township Ford. I know what it takes to win a basketball game. It begins with practice and a team of players who want to win. The same is true of the team at Moon Township Ford. Professionals who will win you over. They'll find the best rate and terms on a car loan to help you get the best deal. Make a fast break and avoid the roadblocks that stop you from finding the car you want. Go where I go. Moon Township Ford.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Looking for a fall activity for your children? Pass and score your way into the Beaver County YMCA's Youth Soccer League. The league will teach the basic fundamentals of soccer. There will be 1 practice a week teaching drills and skills. This soccer league is for kids ages 5 through 12 and runs from September 10th to October 19th. Registration is already open. To register, go to beavercountyymca.org.
You know, I've heard people refer to older veteran athletes as being all washed up. Well, quite frankly, that's a rather nice compliment if you ask me. This is the Aquaman of Beaver County, Jim Riggio from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. When you hear something like that, you have to consider the source of the water, that is. After all, getting washed up with Beaver Falls Municipal Authority water can't be a bad thing. That's because for over 80 years, we've made it possible for everyone to feel washed up, even if they are not star athletes. Click bfwater.net.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
If your group or organization wants to look like a winner, upgrade your public message, signs, banners, vehicle wraps, and lettering, and other branding platforms with a makeover from Signs Made Fast. Wherever there are people, you need a sign, and it needs to look good. An old, faded, outdated logo or weathered sign on the front of your business damages your good reputation. Turn it around today. Create the perception of a winner. Visit signsmadefast.us or call 724-774-8267.
When you talk about community involvement and safety, the name Fry stands at the forefront in Beaver County. Fry Transportation's mission is to continue to raise the bar as the gold standard in their industry by providing the safest, most reliable, and cost-efficient transportation service in Beaver County through their strong relationships with their communities, best-in-their-class drivers, equipment, and technology. There's nothing more important than the safety of their students, employees, and community members. Fry Transportation, where the quality of their organization is characterized by the makeup of the individual behind the wheel.
Being part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden, Maricopa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fat Boy Cigars, Geneva College, and Beaver County Radio.
And both up here. back on Beaver County Radio for Coach's Corner, and we have a nice crowd here today. Usually, sometimes we get a parent or we get a couple of assistant coaches, but boy, Ellwood City travels well. We've got a parent, we've got some girlfriends, we've got a lot of players. John, I feel the pressure. We got a crowd.
An entire entourage coming down from Ellwood City to our studio. We have 3, 6, how many? 8,
and we got the
10,
mom, and we got
11.
I
11
I
people
apologize, Chris. What's your mom's name? You're killing me, dude. What's her first name? Holly Ann, thank you for joining us. And we also want to say hi to Ava Robbins, who's a cheerleader, and Delaney Sturgeon, who plays basketball, track, and volleyball here as well. And Katie Cook. We want to say hi to those 3 gals for supporting their boyfriends. It's nice to see some support
Absolutely.
like that.
It is nice.
Gentlemen, first question. How's it feel to have fans and a family and such support, not only from the people here, but from your community, from the town, having people come to your games? Let's start with Elijah. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's exciting. I appreciate everyone that supports me and the team. I enjoy every moment of it.
Do you feel any pressure when you come onto the field on Friday nights and lights are blaring and everybody's cheering? Or are you so zoned in and so used to it that you block it out and you're just happy to be there?
Yeah, I'm usually happy to be there. I lock in pretty good.
Chris, how about you? The support from family, friends, people in school, the little kids that come around and watch. I mean, I'm sure you're getting a little bit used to that now that you're the quarterback or the basketball team. I see after games, especially at basketball, the little kids come up to all the players. It's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it makes me feel really good knowing people are liking what we're doing and little kids looking up to us. It feels good.
So you guys are playing really well. We talked to your coach about it. I'm sure you're hearing it from parents and friends and people in the community when you guys are doing better than this team has done in, 30, 40 years, something like that. It's got to make you feel really good, but you also have to realize, I'm sure the coaches are getting on you a little bit, that you're only halfway through the season. There's nothing guaranteed. You have a tough schedule still. Despite some big wins, you still make some mistakes and things happen. And you guys were trailing in New Brighton, I believe, but came back and won. How do you guys, besides the coaches, how do you guys as a team keep yourself motivated and week to week to week?
We're not satisfied. We need more.
Okay.
5-0 isn't enough because we need to make a run.
Okay, Elijah, being said by Chris, not being satisfied, is that mainly from the seniors since you got so many, or is that everybody on the team that's not satisfied?
I feel like it's everyone on the team.
Okay.
Definitely. We all have the same mentality. We all feel like we all do better. It's not done until its job's actually finished.
John, what do you got?
Elijah, I'll ask you, and then I'll ask Chris. You guys have gotten better every year, and now it seems like you've reached that point where that confidence is higher than it's ever been, and you feel like you can beat anybody, any week, whoever you play. How long did that kind of take to build that to get to that point where you guys know that, hey, we're pretty good now?
We've been it since 8th grade. We all been playing since 8th grade. We all had confidence. We know, by the time we get older, we're dominating. So it's all about our confidence. I feel like ever since we all played together, we knew we were going to be pretty solid.
Chris, what do you think about that?
I feel like it's a lot of confidence too, and maturing helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. It seems like, and this for both of you or either of you, it seems like you guys are getting better and better each week too. Your first 3 games, you won, close games all 3 weeks, but now the last couple of weeks you've won games handily. I think like a combined 74-3 in the last 2 weeks. The defense hasn't given up a touchdown in a couple of weeks. Do you see like a lot of progress made here in the last couple of weeks, especially?
Yeah, I do. We're putting in a lot of work. Coaches are still getting on us for it because we're not satisfied and we just got to keep going.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think big key of our team was our defensive alignment for sure. I feel like they're improving every week, every time. Like starting from week 0, we went from going to overtime to blowing teams out. It's just a big improvement on our defensive alignment. I feel like that's who I give my credit to.
How important was it to play those close games early in the year, and be in tough situations where you had to come through in 1-score games? How much do you think that's helped you you guys as the season's gone along?
I feel like it definitely showed us not to underestimate anyone,
Yeah.
regardless of the history of the team or what you hear, how young the team is, because we don't play to our best. I feel like once that that wake up call made us want to start out hard.
Yeah.
Guys, let's talk about you personally. Of course, we got 6 here tonight, so we won't have as long a segments with you. So let's talk about you guys. You're both seniors. You're not halfway through the senior season, but probably a third of the way through. Chris, let's start with you first. What is it you plan on doing after high school? Are you planning on college? You planning on going to trade school? You planning on going to work? And what do you have a plan for your life after this year?
I plan on going to college.
Okay. Do you have anywhere picked out yet or no?
No, I'm still looking.
Okay. You think you might want to play sports in college, or are you more focused on what you might do academically?
I want to play sports.
Okay, cool. I mean, let's say sports stops tomorrow. What do you plan on studying in school?
Criminal justice.
Criminal justice. I like it. Okay. Elijah, let's go to you. Same question.
Yeah, I do want to go to college. I probably would want to play sports if I had the opportunity, 100%.
Okay.
If it wasn't for sports, probably accounting.
Accounting?
I'm good with numbers.
So, John, we got somebody who will protect us and also count our money for us.
Oddly enough, you have good numbers this year, 762 yards, and I bet you know that if you're good with numbers.
Yeah. All right, maybe.
He knows his stats. You know your stats. You might not tell
you don't
everybody,
have to
but
be
you know your
modest
stats.
on here. You can be honest without bragging.
I don't pay too much attention to my stats, to be honest. But other than that, I'm pretty decent with numbers.
So let's ask some stuff away from football type stuff. If other than football, we'll start with you, Elijah. Who's your favorite athlete?
My favorite athlete? Oh, that's tough.
See, if you'd be listening to the show every week, you'd know these questions were coming, right, John? 'Cause that's what we do. We ask these tough questions.
I feel like even if I saw it coming, I couldn't. Even.
You couldn't. You got to pick somebody. Come on.
He's busy
don't,
running
and don't say
football,
LeBron.
doing math
Don't say
problems.
LeBron because everybody says
I'm
LeBron.
definitely not LeBron. I want to say Usain Bolt.
Ooh, somebody say him last 2 weeks ago?
I think so, yeah.
Usain Bolt's a good one. I like that.
Good one. I like
if you
that
could
one, too.
be any, other than football, if you could be in a profession in sports, a professional player, what would it be? Other than football?
Other than football?
Yeah.
Track. Probably run track.
Okay. Chris, same questions to you. Favorite athlete other than football? And we're going to count basketball out for you, too, since you play both sports. Makes it tougher now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
No football or basketball. Who's your favorite athlete? That limits it. Track, tennis, golf, hockey, baseball.
See, I don't really pay attention to other sports.
Come on,
Who's
man.
your favorite overall then?
Yeah.
I like Curry. I'm a
Okay.
Curry
Steph
fan.
Curry.
Okay, cool. Okay. Now, what would you do other than you can't answer basketball or football? Same thing. If you could be a professional athlete in any other sport besides basketball or football, what would it be?
Baseball.
There you go. Baseball. Have you ever played any baseball?
I did when I was younger.
Not now.
No.
Elijah, you play other sports besides football? Track, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I ran track and played basketball for a couple of years.
You don't anymore? Just football now? Concentrate on football?
I might run track. I'm still debating. I've ran track since 8th
How
grade.
about basketball? Coach is always looking for a few good players.
Yeah, not me.
Oh,
I'm
man.
a good basketball player. I'm
Turned
all
down
right.
on live radio, Dan. That's not good. Last year we had a kid on the football team say he was going to come out and play basketball, and he didn't. That's 2 years in a row now. They must know something's going on
Well,
in
he
basketball.
admitted that he's not.
I'm not
He
good.
doesn't like
can't
it. That's
be good
okay.
at everything. He's
But you
good
can be
at
a good
math.
team
He's
player,
good
a
at
good
football.
leader.
He's good at
Come off the
track.
bench
What do
and
you
crack
want?
some heads.
No, I can,
you know.
I can support you. I can support you in the stands.
Exactly. Yeah. Get some fans in. You know. All right, guys. Well, we've still got a couple of more. John, you got any more for these guys before I send them off and bring two more guys in?
You play Western Beaver, and obviously it's a pretty big game. You know what the standings are in your conference. How excited are you? And the other thing I wanted to ask: usually you don't play Saturday afternoon games very often. Does that throw your schedule off during the week, or how do you guys go about getting ready, having that extra day?
Just gives us an extra day to prepare.
Yeah.
And know what we're doing for Saturday.
Looking forward to this game. I mean, I know you guys you ended up by 3 touchdowns, but you played them really tough last year, tougher than the score indicator. You looking forward to getting another shot to play them this year?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm excited to play every football game we play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like. Sorry, brain fart. You lost me. I'm sorry.
You said you feel like
I wanted to say something.
it's all right. You were talking about who you play, being comfortable, love and play everybody.
It doesn't really affect the week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we're still working. We're still trying to work towards a win regardless. So I feel like it's doesn't change much in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, guys. First segment with the young men done. We're going to have 2 more, and then 2 more after that. So we're going to take a break. Oh, forgot. Pizza Joe's. Thanks for the pizza they give to us every week. They have a lot of different things, specialty pizzas, pizza your way, hot subs, wedges, salads, all kind of fun stuff at Pizza Joe's in Beaver. Thanks to them as one of our sponsors. We'll be back for another segment with Ellwood City right here on Coach's Corner.
Want the ultimate cigar experience? Fat Boy Cigars Premium Tobacco Shop and Smoking Lounge is located off of 376 in Center Township. Fat Boy Cigars offers all your cigar needs with an assortment of some of the finest cigars, including small batch boutique cigars and over 21 aromatic pipe tobacco blends and accessories. Stop and see their luxurious lounge accommodations. Book them for your next event. Visit their social media page for a list of event dates and times. Welcome to the Fat Boys world, Beaver County.
At Geneva College, your academic experience will prepare you with exceptional expertise in your chosen field. But what you'll learn is so much more than just that. Integrating faith and learning, you'll grow to see God's purpose and calling in your life's work. You'll be challenged to imagine how the world around you could be different and what your part might be in making that difference. You were made to live courageously. Visit geneva.edu today.
Can you believe fall is already here? This is Diane Ireland of Ireland Contracting. Improve your home energy efficiency and curb appeal with Ireland Contracting. Get new windows, siding, and roofing professionally installed by one of the top contractors in the Pittsburgh area. We specialize in premium siding, Owens Corning shingles, Pella windows, and more. Save your money for the holidays and use 12 months same as cash financing. Call 1-800-NEW-ROOF or visit IrelandContracting.com.
Let's face it, work is a large part of your life. Why not choose a job that allows the opportunity of a fulfilling career working with people who appreciate you? St. Barnabas Health System is looking for extraordinary, service-minded people to join our team. Earn and learn with career opportunities on our clinical, housekeeping, and food service teams. For more information and to apply, visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-444-JOBS. Jobs that are apart from the ordinary. Find them at St. Barnabas Health System.
This is Mitch Carver from Carver Construction. Playing a great football game takes teamwork, great leaders, and great individuals. As a former high school football coach myself, I know what it takes to win. I apply these same qualities to Carver Construction in New Brighton. Satisfying customers isn't anything new at Carver. We've been doing it since 1982 for both residential and commercial renovations. I'm behind every job we do, so I can guarantee you that every time you deal with us, you win. Call us or visit us at our website at carverconstructionpa.com.
This is Andy Toole, men's basketball coach at Robert Morris University, here to talk about my friends at Falcone Moon Township Ford. I know what it takes to win a basketball game. It begins with practice and a team of players who want to win. The same is true of the team at Moon Township Ford. Professionals who will win you over. They'll find the best rate and terms on a car loan to help you get the best deal. Make a fast break and avoid the roadblocks that stop you from finding the car you want. Go where I go. Moon Township Ford.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
Looking for a fall activity for your children? Pass and score your way into the Beaver County YMCA's Youth Soccer League. The league will teach the basic fundamentals of soccer. There will be one practice a week teaching drills and skills. This soccer league is for kids ages 5 through 12 and runs from September 10th to October 19th. Registration is already open. To register, go to beavercountyymca.org.
You know, I've heard people refer to older veteran athletes as being all washed up. Well, quite frankly, that's a rather nice compliment if you ask me. This is the Aquaman of Beaver County, Jim Riggio from the Beaver Falls Municipal Authority. When you hear something like that, you have to consider the source of the water, that is. After all, getting washed up with Beaver Falls Municipal Authority water can't be a bad thing. That's because for over 80 years, we've made it possible for everyone to feel washed up, even if they are not star athletes. Click bfwater.net.
Looking for home services? Call Patriot Home Care in Beaver Falls. Their staff provides company, conversation, and companionship to all patients, ensuring medications are taken on time, participating in fun community activities, personal care, meal prep, and light household work are all services provided by Patriot Home Care, all thanks to the hardworking and selfless team members. Call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or stop in Patriot Home Care, 1225 7th Avenue, Beaver Falls.
If your group or organization wants to look like a winner, upgrade your public message, signs, banners, vehicle wraps, and lettering, and other branding platforms with a makeover from Signs Made Fast. Wherever there are people, you need a sign, and it needs to look good. An old, faded, outdated logo or weathered sign on the front of your business damages your good reputation. Turn it around today. Create the perception of a winner. Visit signsmadefast.us or call 724-774-8267.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fat Boy Cigars, Geneva College, and Beaver County Radio.
Back on Coach's Corner here on Beaver County Radio. Thanks for joining us, all you good people in Ellwood City and the surrounding communities. We've got the Ellwood City Wolverines on at 5-0, John, and really playing some good football. Everybody's talking about the Ellwood City Wolverines, and we're glad to have Dan Bradley and some of the young men with us. And today, right now, we have got Maddox Singer. Maddox, wave your hand. And we've got Luciano Gagrek. I think I messed his name up last year. Luciano, off the air, somebody said, hey, when are you going to get a haircut?
Oh, when we win the Whippeal.
I like it. See, look at he's relaxed.
Yeah.
Cool. And when you win the Whippeal. So how confident are you guys about not only the success you've had now at 5-0, but what you can do the rest of the year?
Very confident. I mean, it's strictly business. I mean, week in and week out, we just go out and do our thing.
Okay. Maddox, do you, along with the rest of the seniors, feel the same way, as strongly as he does?
Yeah, for sure. If we keep coming out every week and working how we do and taking it week by week, game by game, I think we definitely have a good shot at that.
Football at the high school level, obviously not as tough as it is in college, but it's still, you got practice every day. You've still got your schoolwork you got to worry about. Do you feel any pressure with schoolwork and football now that you're 5-0, that, you know, all eyes are on you?
A little bit of pressure with the 5-0 thing.
How do you handle it?
I think we all handle it pretty well. Coaches keep us in line. They know what they're doing, so.
So, from my experience last year and this year, it seems like it's always a fun bunch of guys, but you also work hard. Does that work ethic come from, as you were growing up, coaches, your parents? Where's your work ethic come from?
Probably growing up, doing a lot of stuff around the house. I love mowing my grass.
You love mowing the grass?
Yeah, we got a lot of grass.
Okay.
20 acres. Got to mow it all.
I have grass, too. If you want to come cut it, you're more than welcome.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's going to take a couple shekels, though, John.
Yeah. Wow.
I have to get you a
I'll
few
borrow
more.
it off you. You make big money. Yeah.
Maddox, how about you? What did I ask you? I asked you about the pressure. How do you feel? I mean, you seem like a cool cucumber here. It doesn't seem like none of this bothers you.
Not really, no. I mean, we know what's expected of us, so it's just, again, come in every week and go to work.
So being on the offensive line and defensive line, the both of you, I'll ask you both the same question. Most coaches say it starts with the line. You know, a lot of times you guys don't get the heralded headlines like the quarterback does, who's talking behind the scenes after I said, shh. And, you know, the quarterback gets the headlines. The running backs get the headlines. A lot of people don't focus on you guys. What's it feel like to be kind of unsung heroes but know that you guys are the team's engine?
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, up front, we have our coach, Coach Juice. He always says, follow the beef. That's what he calls him. He calls him the beef.
Okay, follow the beef.
Follow the beef. That's our line.
Okay, now, Max, let's go to you. Stopping a touchdown or grading the road and letting your running back score? What do you prefer?
Grading the road.
Max, how about you? Same thing, getting somebody a touchdown, blocking for a touchdown, or stopping somebody from scoring a touchdown?
Stopping them from scoring.
I like both offense and defense here. Same. What do you got?
There you go. Guys, you had a lot of close games early, one-score games, and you won them all. And now you've played really well. You beat Freedom, I think, 43-3, and you Brighton, which is a team that's on the rise this year. You shut them out last week. How much better do you think you guys have been getting, and especially like from the first game of the season through this point?
I think we've definitely improved a lot since the first game of the season against Laurel. That was more or less just not in 4 quarters game shape yet, and after that game, I think that's kind of where just kept going.
Yeah.
I think every week we get better and better. Coming into this season, you're a little bit like on your toes a little bit.
Yeah.
And then get your confidence and everything rolling. 5 games winning, rolling.
Yeah.
Keeps going.
How good was it to be in tough games and win them all early in the year? Because, I mean, not every game's going to be 50-0. You're going to be playing, especially if you guys play far into the season as you guys are plan on doing. I mean, some of those games are obviously going to be tight too. How much did that help to be able to win those close games and find a way to win them?
I think it helped us a lot. Shows you to keep your cool and believe in everything we've worked on. All the 4 quarters we do in the weight room and everything like that really shows out in the game.
It's just the sense of facing adversity. You just got to get through it and be confident and do your job.
Guys, it's your second year under Coach Bradley, right? Third year under Coach Bradley. But now you guys are captains now, and I'm assuming you're named the captain by vote of the team, or is it by the coaches?
Vote of the team.
Okay, so Luciano, were you a captain last year?
I was.
Okay, so 2 years in a row for you. How's it 3 years in a row for you?
I was also a sophomore.
Wow. So that has to say a lot about your peers, about the respect that they have for you. How does that make you feel 3 years in a row? Because they don't have to do it. It's just they look up to you, obviously. You must be a good leader. How does it feel to be named 3 years in a row?
I mean, it's awesome. I love my guys that are around me every day, and I make sure to try and be the best leader I can for them.
Is your leadership more like an extension of the coaches? Are you a talker, a yeller, or are you more of a lead by example guy?
More talker, yeller, and lead by example.
So you're everything?
I'm everything, yeah.
Maddox, let's talk to you. Is this your first year as a captain or second?
Second year, but last year I had an injury and didn't really play. I played like 1.5 games. So.
It's all right. You still are a captain, but again, it's an honor, and you have to feel honored because easily they could not vote you in as well. Because there's, 16 seniors, and there's only 6 captains, so the percentages aren't always in your favor. What kind of a leader are you amongst the line? Since you got another leader with you on the line, are you more the quiet example guy, or you just let him do the tough stuff and you just...
Probably more of lead by example, but I think I'll talk a little bit. Not as much as Luch, though.
Okay.
Luch is the
so
talker.
He's the talker.
But, yeah.
Okay. John, what do you got?
Madison, you mentioned you were injured last year and only got in a game and a half. How much fun has it been to be able to get back on the field and have a regular season this year?
It was great, and couldn't ask for a better season to come back to.
Yeah.
And it really gives you something to work for, too, coming back into the off-season a little bit, come back into the year and stuff. So I was real excited to get back out.
What was your injury?
ACL and meniscus tear.
Oh. Luciano, you have a pretty big game coming up Friday night with Western Beaver. I mean, you know what the standings are in the conference, and you know where both you guys are at.
Mm.
How excited are you, or I should say Saturday, actually, at Western Beaver? How excited are you to play a big game like that?
I'm very excited. I mean, this is the game these are the type of games that I play the sport for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the ones that I look forward to, and we just got to go out and keep producing how we've been.
Guys, one last question for you, and then couple questions, and then we'll get to your last couple of teammates. Start with you, Luciano. I might have asked you this last year, but now you've got, a little more than half the year to go in school. What are your plans after this year for yourself? College, what do you have in your future?
I'd like to go to college.
Okay. And study? Do you know what you want to study yet? Or?
I'm probably looking forward to business management, something along those lines.
Okay, have anywhere picked out yet?
No, I actually don't.
Still looking at it, concentrate a little bit more after the football season.
Yes.
Okay, and Maddox, how about you?
I do want to go to college for chemical engineering.
Okay. So what's a chemical engineer do?
You'd be in like a power plant working on how to
keep us all safe.
Yeah. Find a better way to produce something like that.
Do you have any schools picked out yet, or are you just still looking?
No, so I have an idea of where is good for that.
But just not sure yet.
Yeah.
So anybody you want to say hello to? I forgot to ask the last two guys. Anybody you want to say hi to out there?
Yeah. I'll say hi to my mom, my brother, my grandparents.
Beautiful.
And all the coaches.
Okay.
I'll say hi to my mom, my dad, my brothers, and also big shout out to my favorite assistant coach, Coach C. That's my guy.
There you go. You heard from two of the Ellwood City Wolverines, Maddox Singer and Luciano Gagrek, and we're going to be back with the final two, Evan Twiddell and Caden Dosha. Did I say it right? I messed it up. Well, you have to correct me. We'll get it. We'll be back in a few minutes right here on Beaver County Radio.
Being part of a credit union is like being part of a team where everyone plays and, more importantly, everyone wins. This is Cindy Hiladio for Friendly Federal Credit Union. If you need a loan, it's game time. Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden, Marilaquippa. Follow us on Facebook or Twitter or click friendlyfcu.org. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union. You got a friend.
Make your dream of a college degree a reality at Community College of Beaver County. CCBC offers 10 pathways to success, including health sciences, criminal justice, industrial technology, business, and more. Start at CCBC and finish your career or get transfer ready, all at a realistic cost. Enroll today, ccbc.edu.
Getting into the lineup and making the team is easy at Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Training camp is starting and you are invited. This is Coach Andy Dangle and I'm looking for new teammates. Membership is open to many organizations and groups throughout the county. Join my team at Freedom United Federal Credit Union. Details and applications are available now. Visit Freedom United Federal Credit Union today. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Want the ultimate cigar experience? Fat Boy Cigars Premium Tobacco Shop and Smoking Lounge is located off of 376 in Center Township. Fat Boys Cigars offers all your cigar needs with an assortment of some of the finest cigars, including small batch boutique cigars and over 21 aromatic pipe tobacco blends and accessories. Stop and see their luxurious lounge accommodations. Book them for your next event. Visit their social media page for a list of event dates and times. Welcome to the Fat Boys world, Beaver County. When you talk about community involvement and safety, the name Fry stands at the forefront in Beaver County. Fry Transportation's mission is to continue to raise the bar as the gold standard in their industry by providing the safest, most reliable, and cost-efficient transportation service in Beaver County through their strong relationships with their communities, best-in-their-class drivers, equipment, and technology. There's nothing more important than the safety of their students, employees, and community members. Fry Transportation, where the quality of their organization is characterized by the makeup of the individual behind the wheel.
At Geneva College, your academic experience will prepare you with exceptional expertise in your chosen field. But what you'll learn is so much more than just that. Integrating faith and learning, you'll grow to see God's purpose and calling in your life's work. You'll be challenged to imagine how the world around you could be different and what your part might be in making that difference. You were made to live courageously. Visit geneva.edu today.
Can you afford to put off repairs or replacement of your roof? This is Diane Ireland of Ireland Contracting. With interest rates going up, take advantage of our 12 months same as cash or financing up to 10 years. Add that skylight, change the siding, or update the windows. My husband Gary and I are so confident of our expert craftsmanship that we put the family name on our business. Call 1-800-NEW-ROOF or visit IrelandContracting.com. Ireland Contracting, we got you covered.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fat Boy Cigars, Geneva College, and Beaver County Radio.
Back on Beaver County Radio for Coach's Corner, and still with Ellwood City, the Wolverines. And our third group of young men, 2 more seniors, 2 more captains. Evan Twiddell. The Twiddell, right? Yep. I'll see if I can get this right now. Caden Dosha.
Yep, that was right.
Wow, about it. 2 seniors. I got his name. I brutalized it the first time. Okay, Caden, let's start with you. Being a senior, being a captain, is this your first year as a captain, or were you a captain last first year?
First year.
So you know other guys have been 2-year captains. You see other guys ahead of you here that have been part of the team. What's it feel like to be named the captain?
Oh, it's a great feeling. I mean, and these guys ahead of me that were named captains last year, I mean, they're great examples. Tim, for an example, Lucci, he's a great talker, great coacher.
So, Caden, same question. You're a senior as well. Is this your first year as Tim, is this your first year as a captain?
Yeah, it is.
It is? How do you feel about being named captain?
It's nice to know that my guys trust me to be in that position and to lead them.
So, talk to us about this team and what makes it special. So, you were on, this is your 4 years. You've seen the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
You've seen new coach come on, do things differently. What makes this team special more than the last couple of years?
Well, this group of seniors, I joined in my 8th grade year, and ever since then, we've all been together through 8th through 12th now. We've been working hard, getting better every year. Some hardship in 9th grade year, but ever since the new coaching staff, it's just been up and up.
So, Caden, same kind of thing. I mean, you've seen this. You've grown with the program. You stuck with it. I'm sure you've got other kids in school who don't stick with things, and they try something, they don't have a lot of success, and they give it up. But what makes this group of seniors so where you guys have stuck it out and stayed with the program?
I really like what Tim said. I mean, I've been playing football since I was little, and I've even played with Chris since I want to say kindergarten almost. We played through our little Wolverine program all the way up. So this group of kids that we have now that are seniors, we've been together forever, and I mean, they're just my brothers.
John?
I'll go back to something Elijah said when he was on earlier in the show. Said going back to 8th grade, he felt that you guys were going to have a really good, by the time you were seniors, you're going to be really, really good. Did you have that feeling too as you were coming up through the ranks?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could tell. I mean, we just have such a large class and group of players that work well together.
Yeah, and how about you, Tim? Has this been something you've been thinking about for a long time here, having a year like this?
Ever since I joined.
Yeah. You have a big game on Saturday. You two are tied up at the top of the standings of Western Beaver. How excited are you to play in a game like that?
Oh, I'm real excited. It's going to be something different to play on a Saturday afternoon for sure. But we have an extra work day, and we should have a perfect game plan by then.
Caden, what do you think about the game coming up this week?
Oh, I mean, it doesn't get more exciting than that. Yeah. I mean, aside from when you get into the playoffs, I mean, it's definitely interesting. And like Tim said, we're going to have an extra work day, so it'll be nice.
It seems like you guys are getting better every week, too. I mean, I know you're undefeated, but you had some tight games early in the year that you won, by a touchdown the first 3. But it seems like you guys just are getting incrementally better as the season goes on. Do you feel that way, too, that maybe you haven't even played your best football yet?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. There's definitely a feeling with getting into mid-season form, and you feel better after you got some games under your belt.
How about you, Tim?
I just have to agree with him.
Yeah.
Man, a few words. I like
That's
it.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Well,
There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, you don't let him get any words in.
Well,
You're many words, so you
talk.
two balance each other
I
out.
do let you talk, though.
Of course.
I have to.
That's why would I
You have
be
another
here?
question, or you want me to ask?
I'll let you ask a question. Yeah.
So, guys, You both played defense, and Caden, you're a linebacker. Tim, you play offense and defensive line. Let's talk about defense first. I'll ask you the same thing about the team. What made this defense so much better this year than it was last year?
Our line getting stronger and our linebacker core.
Okay.
And our secondary.
Was it a lot more weightlifting, a lot more studying film, just maturing? What kind of things led to you guys getting better besides, growing up and getting bigger? I mean, was it dedication in the off season or what?
Definitely dedication and maturity.
Okay. Caden, let's go to you now. Being a linebacker, a lot of times if the other team does make it through the line, you're the next line of defense. You got bigger guys coming at you. You're always going to have collisions. Linebackers, like linemen, take a lot of abuse. Tell us how it feels when you stop a guy that's coming through there and you don't let him get to the secondary.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I mean, you come up, you make a big play, everybody's excited all around you. Teammates are great with that too. Everybody hypes each other up. Everybody's around to celebrate.
So let's ask you guys some other things. Away from sports, who's the team jokester? Who's the guy that lightens the mood all the time? Who's the guy that's always going to be, sometime you got to reel him back in because he's joking too much? Is it you?
No.
Or is there other guy? Who is it?
So I'm going to say is our big man, PJ DuBois.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Pretty much everybody agree with that? There's that. I think Luciano's a little bit upset it's not him.
Yeah,
maybe,
that's who I would have guessed.
It's like, Declan O'Brien's another good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Tim, let's ask you. Do you guys have who's in charge of team music? Who's in charge of the music before the games or in the locker room? It's got to be a senior, I'm guessing.
Yeah, generally Shane Luce.
And what kind of music you guys listen to? Pretty
all
much everything?
kinds of a lot of rap, but we have a certain pregame or postgame song.
Okay, what's the postgame song?
Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, I like that, John. What do you got?
I like that. Classic.
I like
Going
it.
Back
That's a
to
good
the
one.
70s. Absolutely. So you had a shutout last week against New Brighton. It's hard to shut a team out. New Brighton has had a pretty good year. I mean, how much pride do you guys take in putting that 0 up on the board like that?
Well, it came through hard work. We struggled a little bit in the first half, but really locked in the second half and just steamrolled from there.
Yeah. Caden, what did you think about getting a shutout there?
Oh yeah, it was a nice feeling. I mean, especially whenever Freedom last week, we let up a field goal off a kickoff in the first quarter, and that was the only points they scored. So, I mean, definitely a good feeling to actually get the 0 up there this time.
Ellwood City's always had great fans and all sports and supportive. How much excitement is there around the town and around the school district with you guys off to such a good start this year?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a big part. I mean, like there's the Brew Pub. It's a bar in Ellwood. They stay open. They do stuff for like all the coaches go there after the game, and our announcer goes there after the game, and a whole bunch of the players. Yeah, it's definitely a nice thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about you? How exciting is it to be 5-0 here at this point in the season?
It's really amazing. You see it like through the city sometimes, like because it's been since I think 1986, 87 that we've been 5-0, and we plan to build on it, and I believe we will. But yeah.
Couple more quick ones for you guys. First, let's start. You want to say hi to anybody? Anybody you want to shout out to?
My whole family, pretty much. Grandparents, parents.
Okay. Your plans. Oh, we're going to go to you first, then him.
Sorry.
Your plans after high school?
I don't know what college yet, but engineering.
Good for you.
For engineering.
Caden, you want to say hello to anybody?
I'm going to say hi to my parents and then my grandparents. And
Okay.
Then, after high school, I'm going to go to college, but I'm thinking about doing finance. I'm not sure where yet. I got accepted into RMU, but that's about it. That's the only place I've applied.
Man's a student advisor at RMU. I went to RMU, and he's a student advisor.
Also, we got alumni here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
half alumni. I
Well,
went to Geneva, but I work at Robert Morris.
He works at Robert Morris, so you never know. You see him touring around
Might
campus.
see me. Might.
Yeah.
Come by and say hello.
Oh, I will.
Exactly. Come by and say hi. All right, guys, we're going to take another real quick break. We'll come back for one final segment here on Coach's Corner on Beaver County Radio. Good stuff.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fat Boy Cigars, Geneva College, and Beaver County Radio.
At Geneva College, your academic experience will prepare you with exceptional expertise in your chosen field. But what you'll learn is so much more than just that. Integrating faith and learning, you'll grow to see God's purpose and calling in your life's work. You'll be challenged to imagine how the world around you could be different and what your part might be in making that difference. You were made to live courageously. Visit geneva.edu today.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fat Boy Cigars, Geneva College, and Beaver County Radio.
Want to chime in on things? That's cool.
Silence.
Okay, we're back, and one final segment here. We still have all the guys and gals from Ellwood City here. Coach Dan Bradley rejoins us. We're going to go over the games of the area, of course. We've got, in 5A, we've got Peters Township, 5-1 overall at Moon, 3-2. Moon's had a couple tough losses, John. 0-1 in the section. Both teams 0-1 in the section, but for their sake, Moon, I don't want to say must win, but they better get on the winning side pretty soon.
It would be a big game for them to win, but Peters Township's obviously one of the better teams in 5A, but Moon's dangerous, and I don't think it's a gimme that Peters Township will win that game.
In the Parkway Conference, which is the big conference in Beaver County, obviously, Blackhawk plays at Ambridge. Both 0-1 in the section. 3-2 is Ambridge, 3-3 overall. That'll be our Beaver County game of the week. We've seen Ambridge play. We haven't seen Blackhawk play. Blackhawk much improved from last year. Ambridge much improved the last 3 years. We felt one of the better games on the schedule, a very competitive game.
It should be a really competitive game. I would expect it to be close, and it's a very important game for both teams' playoff hopes.
Newcastle is at Montour, and then West Allegheny plays Aliquippa. West Allegheny at 1-2. They've only had 3 games, 2 lightning out, and Aliquippa 3-1. Coach, your quick questions. Aliquippa came back strong after losing to Penn Hills. West Allegheny goes in there at a tough time. 2 home games in a row for Aliquippa. They're hard to beat at home.
Yeah, tough place to play. I think West Allegheny has some injuries, so I think Aliquippa probably take care of business there.
In 3A, of course, we have the section. We've done quite a few games. Avonworth plays at Quaker Valley. Avonworth 4-2 overall, 2-0 in the section. The Quakers only 1 win on the season, John. The Quakers suffering a tough year right now. That's going to be a tough one. Avonworth, one of the better teams in 3A, and right now have the inside track to the section championship.
Yeah, I think Avonworth's a little too strong for the Quakers there, though. It is at Chuck Knox Stadium, so you never know. Quaker Valley will be at home, so maybe they can pull the upset, but it would be a pretty big upset if QV won that game.
Hopewell with 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the section, has a chance to go 2-2 in the section and keep playoff hopes alive. They go to McGuffey winless, and North Catholic, they're sitting right now in second place, 2-0 in the section, 3-3 overall. They travel to Central Valley, a team that is 2-1 in the section, 2-4 overall. If Central Valley would lose this, coach, they'd be 2-2, and right now would not have an automatic berth into the playoffs, something we talked about earlier. If they lose that game, they're in danger of being a team that has to be picked as a wild card.
Yes, but I think with the committee deciding the extra playoff teams, the wild card teams, with their tough non-conference schedule, exhibition schedule at the beginning of the season, I think they'll get in.
In the MAC Conference, we've got New Brighton at Mohawk. New Brighton at 3-3, Mohawk at 2-2. New Brighton at 1-2 in the section, Mohawk at 1-1 in the section. That's a big game, probably the biggest game in the section. Riverside goes to Freedom. Riverside at 2-1. Their first section lost last week was at home to Western Beaver. They traveled to Freedom. Freedom pretty much has to win this game to have any chance to make the playoffs. And Beaver Falls, really tough year for them. Both Beaver Falls and Union, 0-6, 0-5, 0-11 combined. Someone's going to win this one. Someone will be last place. Someone will be next to last place, John. It's tough for both of them, but there's always a team or two that are suffering a bad year.
And it's got to be tough because Beaver Falls just last year won the WPIL, and Union won the WPIL 2 years ago. So it's got to be kind of a tough year for both schools to be on the end of the 0-6 and 0-5.
In single A, Rochester at 1-2, 1-4 overall, got their first win last week. They traveled to Shenango, who's 1-2. So this game right now for fourth place. Coach, you've been on teams, coach teams that have a lot of injuries. Rochester just seems like the last 3 years, they have so much success for so many years. And in the last 3 years, their injuries were all the top guys, running backs, quarterbacks. I mean, nobody has any sympathy for them. Obviously, we all coaches go through that kind of stuff. But they've really suffered some. But they're pretty much in must-win situation right now.
Yeah, it's a tough scenario for them. We've done a lot of things with Rochester over the years. It's tough to see them go through that. And so many times in the smaller classifications, when somebody goes down, you don't just put it in your next tackle or tight end. You have to move bodies around, and one change can sometimes have a domino effect. And hopefully they get healthy soon.
John, last one in that section. Southside Beaver travels to Northgate. Northgate at 2-4. Southside at 4-1. Southside 2-0 in the section. They're a half a game behind the Shannock, so they need to win to keep up with the Shannock, and setting sights on their section matchup towards the end of the season.
I've been really impressed. Southside lost quite a bit from that team last year, but yet they're right in the thick of things again at 4-1, and I think Luke Travelpiece has quietly built a really good program over there, and I think they'll win even on the road.
One more game in single A. Cornell travels to Fort Cherry, a tough game. 5-1 Cornell, 6-0 Fort Cherry, 2-1 in the section is Cornell. If they can win on the road, they still will keep alive and get a leg up on Fort Cherry. So that's a big game at Fort Cherry. That is Friday night. Non-conference, Beaver travels to Deer Lakes, a team that they beat in the playoffs 2 years ago. So Deer Lakes a chance to get back at them for that win. And then on Saturday, we've got South Park at Osh, another one of Coach Bradley's former teams, Osh, and then Ellwood City, obviously, at Western Beaver. Coach, I know your team is ready. Something I was going to ask you earlier, obviously being that Osh and Ellwood City now in the same alignment, there is that possibility that you guys could meet up later on down the line.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably occurred to you. I'm sure you wish your old school well, but how do you feel about what they've done so far this year?
They've had a tough schedule. They're in a tough conference, but they're doing well. And I talk with their coach occasionally, and we saw some of the guys down at W&J 7-on-7 this year. So there's the guys that I coach are now seniors, so there's not that many of them, but I wish them the best.
Well, that's going to be a wrap things up here for Coach's Corner. Remind everybody that on Saturday we will have Case Western at Geneva Homecoming, airtime 2:30, game time 3 o'clock. Friday night we will have Blackhawk and Ambridge, airtime 6:30, game time at 7 o'clock. I want to thank Dan Bradley, coach of the Ellwood City Wolverines. Let's get these names right. Luciano Gagrek, Maddox Singer. Is it Evan or Tim? It's Evan. Why are they calling you Tim? Evan Tudell, Chris Smiley, Elijah Palmer McCain, and Caden Dotchick. I also want to thank the three young ladies that are here and the parents that are here to watch. Thank you for coming and joining us. Also, thanks to John Parada, my sidekick, and Ryan Garazunas. One last time, Coach's Corner will be back here next week at 7 o'clock. And last thing, and as always, want to say a good luck for the team. Go Wolverines.
Thank you for tuning in to the Coach's Corner right here on Beaver County Radio. Tonight's show is being brought to you by Carver Construction, the St. Barnabas Health System, Beaver County Career and Technology Center, Falcone's Moon Township Board, the YMCA, Beaver Falls Municipal Authority, Patriot Home Care, Keystone Wellness Program, Fried Transportation Group, Freedom United Federal Credit Union, the Community College of Beaver County, Friendly Federal